รายการต่อไปนี้รายการต่อไปนี้รายการต่อไปนี้
Say what?
Hey, what's up? And welcome back to K-Drama for Your Mama. And it's still October. It's still Thai tea time. I'm all about the Thais, dramas, series, Lakorns. And in this video, we are going to talk about the craziness. The craziness. You saw it in the thumbnail. This is episode 15 and 16 of Love Hurts. Doesn't it? Okay, so I don't know what to say. I'm really I love this Lakorn. Like, it is really good. Back in the day when I tried to watch like Thai shows or Lakorn series, whatever, not so much like variety shows or anything like that, but dramas basically. To be honest, they were really bad. Like just bad. Not so much as necessarily like low budget, but like bad sound, bad cinematography, like all that stuff. Like, that was almost a decade ago I tried to watch them. But something has happened in the last, I guess, maybe 5 years, and they've stepped up their game. You'll still find some shows or series or whatever, dramas, where there's still some parts lacking. They may have good cinematography, the audio's good and all that stuff, but the direction's bad, or the actors are bad, or the story's messed up, whatever. But I don't know, maybe that's that other genre. But anyway, in my opinion, they seem like they've really stepped up. Everything looks really good. The way everything's shot, the way the direction is, the way everything's cut, and the scenes, the actors are great. So, and this, it's a Lakorn. It's a nighttime soap. We know that, but it's a good one. It's really good. I was very excited, waiting for each episode, just about. So, and then, they have decent actors in there that I like from that other genre, at least the two males. Anyway, but the actresses, the female actors are really, really good. So I'm really enjoying it. I've enjoyed it thus far. So on to episode 15 and 16. Where do I begin? Well, at this point in 15, your boy Tarakeet, which is not his real name, by the way, because they're scammers and they're using aliases. Tarakeet is missing his girl, Venica, because I guess he really fell in love with her, or he's obsessed with her. Like, is it love? I don't know. But, him and old girl, Aunt V, whatever her real name is, they, in the last episode before 15, they escaped and they left. And they left Thailand. So they're in some foreign land right now. They don't really reveal that. They just go into this new home. Actually, it's kind of gorgeous. And it looks, upper middle class. They go inside, it's really spacious. Like, oh, we can live comfortably here, blah, blah, blah. But what you do know is that they're not in Thailand. They're in another, I'm just assuming, Asian country. It doesn't look like Europe anywhere. Not that I can really tell from what you see. I'm assuming it's Malaysia, but I don't know. Maybe they're in Indonesia. Did you know, by the way, Indonesia has the fourth largest population in the world? I did not know that. Not Indo- I didn't. I would never guess like Indonesia. But anyways, I digress. Sorry. Oh, if you want to know the top 5 populations, I'll just put it in the bottom somewhere. Some American, USA is number 3. So, anyways, I think they're in Malaysia, but I could be wrong. But they left the country of Thailand because they know that from that last episode 14, they better get out of that country because your girl found out Venica and all that went down, and she could have them arrested. Their scams will be over. That's the end of them. So they fled. Now your boy's in this new house with his current flame, who's been with since he was a teenager, and
Apparently, she's his wife.
I guess he's missing Venica, or Vey, is what they nicknamed her, and he's stalking her from afar in this foreign land that he's in. She's still in Thailand, and she's trying to recover from her heartache or whatever, and she's is posting on her Instagram, and this weirdo is following her. He made up a fake account, which doesn't show his face or anything on Instagram, but he follows her. He only has a few pictures up. See, he's working like them other kind of scammers, like those love scammers and those 419 scammers and the pig butchering scammers, those dudes. And I may talk about that later, since this whole Lakorn is themed on scamming. I might do a separate video about that just because it's just out of control. It's interesting, and it really kicked up in the pandemonium. So anyways, he's missing her. He looked at the fake account on Instagram, and he's like liking her photos and all this kind of stuff, and like she knows it's him, or she's guessing that it's him. She has a strong feeling that it's him with some weirdo fake account following her. At this point, she's just all like bent on revenge, and that's what she wants. And she's gonna play along with this game so she can lure him back, to get them, basically. But you know him, Tarakeet and his Aunt Vey, or Aunt V, or whatever her name is. I'm really bad with names, so you guys gotta forgive me. But you know who I'm talking about. If you're watching this Lakorn, or you're going to watch it, you will know who I'm talking about. She knows that she's still in love with her. They get into arguments, and she tries to plead to like have him stay with her and be with her, and because she's crazy in love, and I think pretty much that he's all that she has in her life, because you don't know of any other family or anything. In the episode before, Tarakeet, or whoever he is, had a father at least, but he was a gambling alcoholic, and I think he abandoned him, basically. Yeah, left him with the rent and everything, and she takes him in, and that's where their relationship started. But and their struggles together to stay together, as you saw in the past episodes, they revealed like how their whole scamming thing started, because she was like a hardworking nurse or caregiver, or elderly aide maybe, and you know that wasn't really cutting it. And this guy basically, Tarakeet, started the whole scamming thing. I don't think he initially set out to scam anybody. It's just this older woman found him really attractive, and she was like, well, come spend time with me and I'll buy you all this stuff. She knew it, if that was the truth. And after, you know, that one experience with her, other older women found him attractive, or any woman that found him attractive and they had money, he would use his looks and his body to get what he want. And he would get stuff for his Aunt V. and they just took their scams, I guess, what it seems, higher and higher and more upscale and whatever. So, that's how they make their living now in this show or in this story. At this point, though, Cherokee is still following her Instagram. That's the only way he's keeping up with what's going on with her, or somehow have a connection. There's something in there that I don't understand about green gloves. And I went on my iPad and messed around with the emojis. And I guess it's on Android as well. But like you can't, there's only two, as far as I'm concerned, gloves that you can pick out in the emoji. So if you put red gloves, it's going to bring you like a punching glove up, a red punching glove. Boxing glove is what I meant to say. Or these little green gloves, like garden gloves or whatever. And that's it. I couldn't put yellow gloves in or white gloves in or pink gloves. It's just these green gloves. So is there something I'm missing culturally that means something in Asia or specifically Thailand about these green gloves? I can't remember. She does mention it in that episode about what they mean, because somebody was like, well, what's the big deal about green gloves? And I can't remember what she said, but comment below if you know what this green glove thing is, because I definitely don't. I might look it up if I can get that information, but I don't know. Anyways, at a certain point, I think by the end of episode 15, he just leaves. He gets on the plane and goes back to Thailand. Now, again, I don't know what country they're in, but he leaves that country. Let's just say it's Malaysia, okay? And he flies to Thailand and goes back and puts himself in a hotel room. Okay? And is just kind of quasi-stalking her and contacting her. I think he said something to her on Instagram, and then she calls him. And he's freaking out. But she calls him. And he's hesitant on meeting her because he doesn't know if he can trust her or not, which he shouldn't, because she's out to get him. As she should, because she's been scammed. Big time. Because she was about to lose 50 million bahts. Or I don't know if that's in the English translation for me, maybe the equivalent of 50 million, but I don't think she got it like that. So we'll just say 50 million baht, whatever that equals to. Anyways, when I find out the conversion, I'll put it down there. But like I said, he scammed her. They were trying to get 50 million whatever from her. They stopped that transaction, but they did still get away with money from her in their scamming. So she has every right to set him up and get him back. And he deserves like 100 slaps in the face. Well, more than that. But anyway, and I enjoy that, by the way. That's like my favorite part of watching Lakorns. I love the way the Thai actors slap the crap out of each other. They're the best slappers on the planet. Out of all the Korean dramas or anything else I've seen in other countries, the Thais slap the best. Anyways, but she is totally ready to set him up, or they've already plotted with her and her little 4 friends, the 4 amigos, I guess. Is what I'll call them. They've come up with a plan to get him. Mew's character Bantao is helping her with surveillance in the house so they can set him up, because basically what they want to do is get him to confess to his crimes, because they don't have any other real evidence to get the police involved. Once they somehow can get them to make a confession and they have it on tape, then she could really go after them and get them jailed and probably they would go back and investigate past crimes or whatever. So that is what the plan is. Now, I don't think they anticipated that Aunt Vey would come back, but she's so in love with him that she's not willing to let that man go. And she, hires her help that she normally uses to beat people up and spy on other people and threaten people and punch them in the stomach and write DIE, well, in Thai, on their stomach. That knucklehead redhead chick. The one, I can't remember the character's name at the moment, but the one that said that Venica and herself were his wives and that monogamy was dead. So, yeah, and in the other scene, she smacked the crap out of her. Big time. But, yeah, she's in on it as well, but, she can't really be trusted. And there you have it. That's what's going on in 15 and 16. Now, towards the end of 16, because I try not to tell you guys everything. If you haven't seen the story, I want you to see it. But at the end of 16, Aunt Vey is there. She shows up. Surprisingly, sneaks there when Venica and Terry Keat walk in there into her condo. And then, Aunt Vey is trying to plead, look, come back with me and all the things. You have to stay with me because all we've been through together and blah, 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 blah. And then Venica is pretending like she wants to be with him, but, you're legally married to this woman. I will not be the mistress. And then, all this stuff. And then she gets caught because Bantao's calling her. She's got her phone. Aunt V has her phone, and she puts it on speaker. And he's just talking away, thinking that she answered the phone. And he's like, yeah, did they get there yet? I got the camera set up in the house. That way you can get the question. He's just telling everything, and they hear the whole thing. And then that's when, Terry Keat realizes, oh, you set me up. You try to set me up. And she was like, you try to set me up, dummy. Well, he did. So why wouldn't she try to take revenge? So, duh. But he don't like that. So the last episode is going to be very, very good. It should be. It's been good so far. So I'm really enjoying this. And I will see you in the final and last episode for the chit chat. Peace.
Such a delight. My mind starts drifting, walks assisting, noodles twisting, flavors so inviting, packed like dreams. Got me dancing, never ending.